covering the story of the homeless vets. Well, we ran this story several days ago, and I'm glad we did, and that was the story of Clifford and Gary Kokiek. They're 84-year-old twins who have been living under a bridge and who lost their house because, well, they wanted to put a roof on it. And turned out predatory lending, they weren't able to keep their house because they put a roof on it, and they wouldn't work with them, so they were kicked out and ended up under the bridge. And these are, guys who have survived fighting in the jungles of Vietnam and ended up sleeping in their car and under a bridge. But there was a big outpouring. And the story first broke on Fox 40 in Sacramento, where luckily in radio stations like our show, radio shows across the country carry this. Not many, but some did. But since the airing, since the TV broadcast, sharing their story, I'm proud to say that several homeless advocate organizations and Veterans Affairs reached out this past Friday to provide the twins with housing. So that's really good news. And in addition to all of that, 2,500 strangers have also donated money to the brothers through a GoFundMe page, which totaled more than $101,000 as of this past Sunday. So that's really good news. So, and what these twins have been doing with their time during the day is they were spending time at the Sacramento Public Library in Orangeville and basically trying to find ways to be able to get their house back, working hard. But you see these guys so emotional and crying and holding back tears. They said at one point, I'd rather go back to the war and get shot out than this crap, living under a bridge, being homeless. A local estate planning attorney has also volunteered to open a trust for the brothers to handle all the money that's been donated. This is one of those cases when we decided we could do some good here. Mark Drawdy told Fox, I think, these brothers are just, they're beside themselves right now with a lot of emotion. But because of the outpouring, the caring people now, the next door neighbor to these brothers says he has a whole new view on homelessness now. And everybody has a story. That's what he basically said to that Fox affiliate that just was watching a roll-in before I did the show, doing some prep. And we don't know their stories. That's why if you hear that still quiet voice that tells you to pull over and help somebody. I've mentioned this before, that Chuck Harder, the founder of this broadcast, was homeless in between radio gigs. And somebody noticed him under a bridge and walking. He said, "Is that you, Chuck?" And, didn't shower for several days. Because, as you can imagine, took him into his home, gave him some money, got him an apartment, and then he got back on the radio on WFLA and started doing a show. But he started going ahead of the trash truck and started selling stuff at flea markets. And Chuck became one of the most listened to talk show hosts in America, according to Talkers Magazine. So you never know who you're passing by. You never know the potential of that individual. But they have a story, and if you heard it, it would make sense. Not everybody is wanting to be homeless. Not everybody's doing drugs, nor wants to do them. Maybe they want to drink a beer. And I do like those signs, I'd have to say. I love the honest signs where it says, I need a beer. Why lie? I'll give you $1 for that. But there's more to that story. There are, unfortunately, people that collect money because they don't feel like working. They make more money panhandling. And that's become a big problem. But I always say this, do your homework. You can usually tell people that have nasty tennis shoes, their nails are dirty, their hair's got a grease slick in it, they haven't showered. I mean, you can tell that somebody's really homeless. Got some guy that's got a new pair of Nike shoes, and they're just looking really clean. They look like that they've been sleeping under that bridge, and they literally don't have a house. I have no problem slipping him a 20 or something like that. But I've tried to do even better. I try to direct them to where they can get some, real food, and also a place to stay for people that want it. But if you offer that assistance and they're still there after you've given them that information or even offered them to take them there for that, then they're there for something more. It's a good thing to reach out, good thing to help people. Don't just be closed to yourself. It's a good thing to help people, and you don't have to let anybody know you're doing it. That's what I say. A lot of people, they like to pat themselves. Don't. This is between you and God, you and yourself, just being a good neighbor. Being a good brother to somebody else. But I'm thankful that we were able to contribute something to these brothers on radio to get the story out, nationwide and throughout California. We have a lot of listeners in California, to be able to spread it out. And if people gave to GoFundMe as a result, I think that's a wonderful thing. Now, hopefully, they can get a house with that money raised with a roof. Maybe they could actually get that house back, because they inherited that house from their mother, and it's been in the family since 1984. And so, home matters to the folks. It really does. It matters to me. And having a roof over your head and have some memories, it was Mom's house. What do they say? There's no place like home. So, get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your car. And talk to somebody, and you might make yourself a friend and get somebody on better footing, and lend a hand, a helping hand. And if this sounds like a public service announcement, well, let it be. But I'm a practicer of that, and life is just so much better when you do things like that. Look what we can do when people come together. Not everybody, though, I should mention, gets the airtime. Not everybody gets the national stories. There are thousands of people that are homeless. Thousands of people that are homeless that will not have the exposure. They won't have their story told, whether they were rape victims, they were abuse victims, whatever. But there's a lot of mental illness that's on the street. And a lot of hopelessness, unfortunately, and a lot of them end up dead, diseased. Things happen, and they don't get the health care that they need, and just bad things happen. But people do have a story, and I find it most fascinating when you start learning the turn of events. And sometimes, folks, bad luck. And some of us have made bad decisions, and some of us could have ended up homeless ourselves, and we have to think about that too. But they all have one to tell, and we have our stories to tell. And maybe don't forget the good people that actually helped you get on better footing. You actually need to pay it forward with somebody, and maybe this is your opportunity today to do something terrific. We've talked about paying for somebody's meal at a drive-through, paying it forward. Well, for a homeless person, maybe get somebody off the street. A lot of you don't have jobs. Some of you are retired. And, this might be a project for you, but a good one. More For the People right ahead. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people. For the people. For the people is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew is I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it. Don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on.
To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please call or go online with your gift right now.
Get ready, get set for 123 Ready TV, the brand new app that everyone's talking about for your PC or Android device that allows you access to most every movie or TV show ever made. Sound incredible? Well, it is, because once you pay $19.99, that's all you pay. Just the movies and TV shows you like without the hassle. The internet streams everything already. What 123 Ready does is it finds them, then delivers them directly to you, commercial-free. There's nothing quite like it, and it's available now at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And before you buy 123 Ready TV, watch the video and see how simple it is to start watching all those movies and TV shows. If you like movies and TV shows, but don't enjoy paying for all of them, no problem. Just pay $19.99 and start enjoying countless titles and entertaining TV better than anyone. Get your 123 Ready TV for $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page. Some things in life need a little attention. Like a plant. If not watered, it begins to turn brown. But if watered properly, its leaves turn green again. Like a plant, For the People needs watering too. Your thoughtfulness provides sustainability for us to grow and reach our full potential. You see, For the People depends on you to broadcast this program to help inform and educate folks so you can make a difference right where you are. Grab your watering can and join us as we endeavor to make a difference in people's lives each and every day. To donate, go to forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Just look for the watering can and water as much as you can. At For the People, our garden is full of opportunities, and planting something allows others to enjoy the benefits. At For the People, our mission is simple. Give you the news that matters with good old-fashioned common sense, mixed with a conservative point of view. Simply log on to our website at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Thanks for your support. We are on the air for you 24 hours a day at forthepeopleshow.com and on this radio station at this time. Remember, folks, we are listener supported, and sometimes during the summer break, a lot of people, they forget. So if you've forgotten and you've just been on vacation, if you could be so kind and perhaps sign up and become a member. We're looking for more memberships that are like-minded, conservative, folks that love America, that kind of thing. You like the show and it resonates with you is what I'm trying to say, and you like the program. Please consider giving. You choose the denominator, how much you can give, a one-time donation, or like a lot of folks around the country, they have signed up to become subscribers. That's what we call at forthepeopleshow.com. You can subscribe to become a member, and then you can choose to give $5, $1, $25, $50, up to $100 a month through a little selector there. You choose an option, and you can cancel at any time. But it certainly does make a difference. I don't get a paycheck for the broadcast. We do this program because we love America, and we believe in her, and we believe that sometimes censorship is not a good thing. We can talk about just about anything, but we do it, with a conservative point of view, with a Judeo-Christian background, and I talk about it here and there on the broadcast. Don't try to get real preachy, but depending on the issue, occasionally I'll let you know where I stand, but that's what a good talk show host will do. And, if I don't articulate it from that point of view and you don't know where I'm coming from, then the program kind of is pointless. And we certainly don't like to have a show that's pointless and makes you feel like, well, why do I even listen to that broadcast? We want to hear from you, too. We invite you at our website to email us or through social media, Twitter or Facebook, to weigh in on anything that we're talking about, and your